Hello viewers, this is your Michael from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from my segment called The Boruto Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to be so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will into adult language. Once again, this audio podcast will change to adult language if you're under 18. If you're over 18, that means you're good to watch this audio podcast recording if you're over 18. So anyway, let's get to the latest episode of Boruto, episode 99. So basically, like it left off, we see Naruto follows Jugo back to some weird hideout somewhere, and Jugo went full curse mark on. So basically, Jugo's curse mark activated, and he went full curse mark, and therefore, was trying to kill Boruto and Savannah. So basically, when Jugo went full curse mark, he was about to kill Boruto and Savannah. Lucky for Boruto and Savannah, Mishiki and Konohama Sensei showed up and saved their asses. So basically, Konohama Sensei told him to stand back while Konohama was fighting Jugo. So basically, Konohama Sensei was holding his own against a fully cursed marked Jugo. And King Jugo managed to grab Konohama Sensei and start to drain his chakra. But Konohama Sensei, managed to muster enough chakra to do a Rasengan that sent Jugo flying into the woods. So basically, force him to de-transform for his curse mark mode. So anyway, Konohama Sensei, so basically after Konohama Sensei did his Rasengan, he was completely drained of chakra after that Rasengan attack that he hit Jugo with. So basically, Boruto and the others went to go see that Jugo was put down from Konohama's attack. But instead, we saw Jugo with some type of a special ejection device, we see Jugo passed out, transferred back to his human form. So basically, after Konohama hit Jugo with his Rasengan, we see Boruto and the others showed up, and they saw Jugo passed out on the ground with some type of ejection device right near him, and he was turning back to normal. So basically, when Jugo woke up, Jugo was like, I'm sorry about the whole tongue of the king thing. The curse mark is a pain in the ass. So anyway, turns out that Jugo, after some conviction, Jugo was here to say, so basically, after some help from Mr. Tachi, the bird guy, he said Jugo woke up after a while. Jugo woke up. Mr. Tachi, the bad guy, was there checking on Jugo's condition. So basically, when Jugo woke up, one of those defective birds came out of nowhere So basically, one of those affected birds with the curse button came out of nowhere and it looked like she was about to attack Hugo, but but the bird, the curse box bird landed in Hugo's arms, and all of a sudden, Hugo drained the curse box from the bird, and the bird was turned back to normal. So basically, Jugo was there to get rid of the curse box from the bird. So basically, both times like if you were. So basically, Carl Howard was there as well, along with Chihuahua and the others. So basically, if you was here to, if you was here to, if you was here to do that in the first place, why didn't you? Why didn't you say so? So Becky Chico just left after he healed the bird after he got that bird's curse removed from that bird and whatnot. So basically they had to come home back to the business that hired them and shit like that. So basically turns out that Carl Howard. It would take Carl Howard 3 days to recover his chakra. So basically, it would take like 3 or 4 days for Carl Howard to recover from being drained of his chakra by Yugo. So basically, he ordered Serrano's team to go back to the village and and go get help. And he ordered Boruto and the others to keep an eye on Yugo, and make sure that he doesn't, to get more information on what is the real reason why Jugo is here. So basically, Cole Howard does still buy that, Jugo is here so basically Cole Howard still doesn't believe that Jugo is here to save birds from curse box infection. So basically Cole Howard doesn't buy that Jugo is here to he doesn't buy that Jugo is only here to kill the birds from being affected by curse box and shit like that. So basically, it's like, so basically he ordered Boruto, Miki, and Chawada to keep an eye on Jugo, but if he starts to go through curse box, you do not engage him. So basically, Mr. Tachi and Boruto not kept the eye on Jugo. So basically, Jugo at first noticed that he was being followed, and Jugo was still continuing. So basically, Jugo was still continuing, to cure the birds from the curse mark infection. So basically, he kept on absorbing the curse mark from the birds, and therefore cured, So basically, Jugo was absorbing the curse mark on the birds, and therefore the birds would be turned back to normal and whatnot. So basically, that's what he was all doing. So basically after a while, after some time, Jugo decided to, tries to talk to Boruto and the others about this whole bird curse mark situation. So basically, Jugo said that he came here because he felt so. So basically, he came here to help these birds who have somehow been affected by Orochimaru's curse mark somewhere, and try to save these birds and the people from this curse mark infection. So basically, Jugo was telling Boruto and the others that he came here to help the people and the birds from this curse mark infection, but he doesn't know how the birds how the birds got this curse mark infected in the first place. So basically, all I know, I think it must. You could say that he's been investigating. He's been in this area for a while, and so it seems like the infection has been coming from the river. So basically Boruto and the others and Mr. Tatsu went with Jugo to check out the river. So basically while Boruto and the others was checking out anything strange about the river. These people from the village of the river was like, what you guys doing here? So basically, we're checking out this river. So basically, these people is like, we're doing a survey on this. We're doing the survey on this river, on the river. So basically, and Boruto was like, hey, did you know? So basically, that we were hired by the people in the nearby village about these affected birds that live in this river. So basically, have you guys noticed anything strange in the river? And the guys. But the guy who was doing the survey, he was like, no, we didn't see anything strange about affected birds coming from this river. So, but the guy told Boruto and the others that if we do, we'll let you know. So basically, the guy and the survey team left Boruto and the others while Jugo was hiding in the forest, and he noticed that the guy was lying about his intentions. So anyway, nighttime. So basically, nighttime it started to come around. We see Shirada and her team headed back to the village. Was headed back to the leaf village until they got stopped by these weird ninja. So basically, this brother and sister ninja team just stopped Shirada and her team. It had these weird collars on their necks that activate curse marks. So basically, this weird brother and sister out of nowhere stopped Shirada and the team from reporting back to the Leaf Village. So basically, they activate these collars that gave them curse marks, and they started to engage Shirada and her team. So anyway, while that was going on, Jugo was telling Boruto and others that that I got a strange feeling about those survey people are covering up something. So basically Boruto was like, Boruto and I was what you mean. I think those people, those survey people that you guys were talking to might be behind the whole curse mouth affecting with the birds and the people. So basically, we need to keep a close eye on those people. So basically, while Jugo was telling Boruto and the others about his suspicion about those survey people, the leader of the survey people was spying on Jugo and Boruto during the whole conversation, and the survey guy had a picture of Jugo, and he's like, oh, so this is so basically that Jugo is a target of theirs, and this is how the episode ended with the survey people spying on Boruto and Jugo, that spying on Jugo and Boruto, and the survey people and the survey person, the leader of the survey person, had a picture of Jugo saying that he's their main target. So basically, this is how the episode ended. So basically, it's pretty clear that the survey people somehow must have found the formula that Yoroshima will use to make curse marks with, and somehow that formula must have got spilled in the river. Therefore, that's why the birds and people are having these curse marks and whatnot. So basically, that's what I'm. So basically, this is how the episode was going. These survey people must have found Orochimaru's curse mark formula, and they was doing some type of experiments. Therefore, some of that curse mark formula must have got into the river. Therefore, the birds got affected by the curse mark, and therefore the birds attacked the people. Therefore, they got affected by the curse mark as well. So basically, whatever's happening is just whatever's happening, it has got to do with the Orochimaru's curse mark. Somebody must have found Orochimaru's curse mark formula, and therefore it must have spilled in the river and shit like that. But overall, this episode was okay. So anyway, this episode was okay. So anyway, like always, this is your Michael from Screen Review. Sign off. 1.